Dillon Danis is destroying Logan Paul right now. Every day he is uploading a photo of Logan's fiancée with a different guy. After over 107 photos were posted within 2 weeks, Logan started losing his mind. He began with disabling comments on his Twitter, followed up with sending Dillon a cease and desist letter. This all topped off with Danis threatening a nuke. Something so awful would end up with him in jail and Logan's relationship over. What if I told you this is all just a lie? I mean, it's not a lie in the fact of it happening, more so, this is all performance that lives off our attention. To elaborate, this whole situation is an absurd one that exemplifies our internet culture. Danis is not destroying Logan Paul right now, he is attacking his wife that has nothing to do with this fight at all. With all the controversies Paul has behind him, this ammunition comes easy. For most people this would be crossing the line, but Danis found the key. After years he found someone that people hate more than him. This has led him to grow an immense amount in the past 2 weeks. This is the biggest growth that he has ever seen. In other terms, he grows off our attention and it leads to him making the antics larger and larger. It's Bort, this is what everyone does. Okay, yeah, but not everyone does it like this. An easy example is looking at Mr. Beast. I mean, in an old video, he's literally counting for 24 hours, watching anime, or just playing video games. He was just a normal guy who had some creative ways to go viral. Mr. Beast raised the antics, but he did it in a good way. I mean, he spent $1 million on his videos and he just reinvested it back into himself. But in comparison, Dillon is not as recognizable as Mr. Beast, so I want to do a dive into the patterns that I've noticed in his life. Early on, Dillon picked up jiu-jitsu, and at the age of 17, he was trained with one of, if not the best, grappler in the world, Marcelo Garcia. Garcia had over 20 first place finishes in national and world tournaments. With this mentorship and strong dedication, Dillon picked up 4 world championship medals by 2015. This earned him a black belt from Garcia. With this momentum following him, Dillon entered his first black belt bout. He fought hard, but was submitted in 6 minutes. The tougher competition was hard to adapt to, but he took the loss and continued. Quickly he faced 2 Brazilian masters and went 2-0, taking home gold medals for the effort. At this point, Danis was at the highest point in his life, feeling good again. He rematched the first man that beat him. This match went the whole way and had to be decided by the judges. While this match was closer, it was still a loss for Danis. Even after all this hard work, he was starting to fail at the highest levels. Notably, he fought one more time but took one more L. This is his last jiu-jitsu match for a long time, almost ending that career. Dillon's recognition and reputation were at the lowest they have ever been since he became a world champ. At this point, Conor McGregor offered Dillon a spot on his team and he accepted. They blended well together, and Dillon gained the reputation of being a bad boy. This led to his original mentor, Marcelo Garcia, ending all relationships with him, not wanting to be connected to that type of reputation. After this, Dillon fell completely into McGregor's footsteps and continued to fight and feed off the trolling. For 3 years he fought in jiu-jitsu and even did 2 MMA matches, doing very well. This did well for Danis' reputation, but what led it to the biggest growth was in 2018, Khabib jumped over the fence to hit him in the face after a win over McGregor. This attention lasted him up until 2019, where he had his last fight for a ban from UFC events after getting slapped by Khabib's talent manager. I mean, this Khabib team really likes it in this guy, apparently. Quickly thereafter, he was arrested in a New Jersey restaurant. Here he got choked out and restrained by the security guard. His last few breaths of relevance were getting hit twice and getting choked out by a security guard. Due to not fighting for so long and McGregor's stardom also fading, Danis was running low on funds. During peak COVID season, he started showing crypto scams. By then, he had done it over 20 times until getting exposed by CoffeeZilla in early 2023. People outside of the fighting community started to grow resentment towards him, and he became strongly disliked. Finally, we are in the present time, and he is now posting photos of Logan's wife to be in the headlines again. After years of training, his trolling skills have peaked, and he is reaping the benefits. This is the most traction Dillon Danis has ever received in his life, and is feeding him to keep going. This time is feeling different for him. People are joining his side and he's getting a lot of support. Logan Paul is no stranger from controversy either. His antics are far more documented, from the Suicide Force video to also scamming his mans for millions of dollars in a crypto project. Where all his actions are for clicks and money, even the awful suicide video left no dents in his career. I mean, he recently signed a contract with WWE, and his drink company is signing partnerships left and right. As they say, all publicity is good publicity. With Logan's self-indulgent nature being known to most already, this almost just seems like karma is finally striking back. But as we just went over, Danis is not much better, and this leads to two guys people don't really fuck with going to fight each other. This is the perfect way to sell a fight, as no matter who gets beat up, a lot of people will be happy. I agree that Logan seems to just be getting his comeuppance, but at what point is it too much? It seems like he's sacrificing a lot of his wife's reputation to land a bigger fight and hit those magical clicks. In most instances, it seems wrong to target someone outside of the dispute. In this case, Logan's fiancée, or Nina, is getting used as the main trolling. Without her ever directly involving herself, it does seem like they are low blows. Especially when she is a supermodel, and taking photos of different celebrities is probably not too weird. And this obsession with her sex life and virgins on Twitter feels so cringe to read, especially when they were like the last to be with her. It seems like the internet disagrees with this claim, as Danis is growing by tens of thousands of followers a day. As we feed the troll, the antics are just going to grow more and more. This drama has currently reached its climax, with Danis announcing that he had the material to end Logan's relationship, but it would send him to jail. Andrew Tate even chimed in agreeing with this statement, saying that he has seen the photo. As Dillon's patterns continued to get more drastic to stay relevant, trash talking before fights has been a tradition for decades. Everyone knew it was just a show. From saying you will knock someone out to trying to end relationships is a great fall. It was never supposed to be taken this seriously. The clout and attention has blinded both these guys. Whatever sells will be done. Originally I said that it was all performance for attention. I believe that stands true for Dillon. He will continue to perform for the rest of his life to stay relevant. Especially after this rise, I can only imagine how far the antics will get. And let's just keep feeding them, guys. On the other hand, I believe Logan is almost exactly the same as Dillon. When Logan's stars stop shining, I am positive that we will see things getting ramped up more and more. The only difference is I believe Logan is doing it smarter. He's playing the long game here. There's still 2 months until the fight, and if all the insults are going to be slut jokes, then this is going to get real stale real fast. Danis is not fun 4 years, it's lighter and shorter. If Logan knocks him out, do you think people will still care about this? I think not. I mean, the internet's goldfish memories what allows these two to continue to begin with. Hey, come back here after the fight and let me know if I'm right or wrong. Come back in a few months, see if people are still talking about this.
Either way, I'm bootlegging this shit and not supporting any of these clowns. If you hate scammers like me, check out this video and leave a like if you like, leave a dislike if you dislike. Peace out.